Okay, so this is what the inside of the LX470 looks like with the seats folded down. Damn it, it's raining. I literally just got back from the car wash. That sucks. Anyways, it's gonna be going off-road in 2 days anyways. This doesn't matter. So I want to show you guys just kind of like what the gaps look like, because what I'm planning on doing is sleeping in this thing. So let's take a look. As you see here, you got a little bit of gap between the third row and the second row. Also, something to note is, you know, there's not like a cardboard backing on this seat, right? So what you see a lot of guys doing is laying down a piece of masonite or something just to distribute their weight better. I'm going to try something new, which could completely backfire, and if it does, it's totally fine. And then we got the gaps up here by the front. It's a little less important to me because it's really where my head is and not my body weight. But it's good to know everything. And at some point I'll tell you guys why I chose this vehicle, why I chose the Lexus over the Land Cruiser, but we'll get to that in another video. Let's just figure out how to set this thing up for a quick camping trip. Okay, so I was under strict rule for my wife to not take our patio cushions. I thought those would fit nicely between these gaps. So instead I'll take our bed cushions. Because she'll never know, because she'll never watch this. Okay, so once again, my plan is to try to fill in some of these holes, right? Stay with me, okay? Make a flat surface. Then, this is ridiculous. I got this big piece of reflective insulation from Home Depot, about 12 bucks. You know, I figured maybe it'd give me a little bit of cushion, more than masonite. Also, it's pretty easy to move around, which is kind of rad. And then I bought this little Coleman Silverton self-inflating pad, right? Now the reason that I don't go camping very often is because I like to sleep. And it sucks trying to sleep inside a tent or a car, but I keep trying, right? So let's try this way out. I need a few more pillows and then I'll be tossing the insulation in the back as my base. So the next thing I'm gonna do is cover everything up with a blanket. Number one, I'm trying to protect all my leather from that red rock dust down there in Moab. And the second thing is, insulation is squeaky and annoying as hell, and it might be so annoying that I end up throwing it out of the freaking car halfway down the highway. Oh, look at that. That's gonna be uncomfortable. Well, let's see what happens to the insulation. It might absorb that little piece. Ooh, look at that clean, space-age, smooth surface, right? So this is a piece of 4x8 house insulation. Rigid insulation is what it's called. That's what it looks like on the other side. Okay, it's Artec. I got a 1-inch thick piece. They sell thinner pieces, but I knew I was gonna have some gaps, and I figured at some point it'd be nice if this stuff was thick enough to distribute my weight. Now, I'm kind of wondering, it's gonna be really cold where I'm going. I'm going to Moab. It's still, you know, it's early spring. It's March, so kind of wonder if this will help keep me warm. You know, a little reflective. We'll see. So I need to do a little fit and finish, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I put a cooler here as a test because I want to actually just lay on this foam and see if it's going to distribute my weight. As you can see, the cooler is actually taller than the bench, or you know, whatever you call the back of the seats. So I need to be very delicate on my first try here and just make sure I don't break the styrofoam before I even leave town. Oh shit! Okay, squeaky sounds. All right. Oh, God dang it! Where's the reverse on this camera? All right, so I'm laying on this styrofoam. Couple first thoughts. Where there are pillows and essentially holes beneath me, there are definitely points that are bending, but they seem to be okay. I don't even have an air mattress in here yet, or an inflatable mattress. My feet are high. One of the issues I'm gonna have is I'm 6'5". Okay, now luckily I'm taking this trip by myself because I would not have enough room for anybody else. I'm actually bringing my dog, but he's small. So as a 6'5" guy, I'm already gonna have to push this how do I do that? This passenger seat forward. I'll probably do that tonight. My feet are currently hanging outside the car, so we're gonna have some adjustments. I got a feeling I'm not gonna be able to finish kind of the build part of this video with you guys because it's gonna become late. I have to work tomorrow, and then I'm gone. So whatever I get done tonight, you're gonna find out about, and that's it. That's what I'm gonna go camping with. At least I know the car will get me there. Whether or not I sleep, that's another story. Okay, Another thing I want to cover with you guys is how I'm going to create privacy in this car. Essentially, I'm going to put that out of focus item in the front window, but I've built a canopy system out of PVC pipe I had in the garage, which I hope to hang a blanket from the ceiling over my air mattress. I felt like the canopy would be good for two reasons. Reason one would be I had the stuff. Also, it's going to be very cold, so I figured creating myself like a tent inside the vehicle would be helpful. Here is a view of the pieces of the canopy. Doesn't quite make sense how it's going to work right now, but the idea is I will suspend it from each one of the oh shit handles. Mainly these two right here. That one I'll pull down and run it through to the other side, right? Run it through. And then these here I'm going to zip tie. Now I'm thinking I'm not going to do the zip tying. I'll do a test fit, but I'm not going to fully tie them up until I get to the spot, because I don't really want those zip ties and that PVC pipe just like rubbing against the interior. I want to keep this thing looking nice as long as possible. It's one of the coolest cars I've ever owned. I've always wanted one, so that's my goal. But I have kids and a dog and an active lifestyle, so who knows what's going to happen. I just realized moving the passenger seat up doesn't do me any good, because I have another seat that is not moved up. I want driving comfort, so we'll figure that out when I get to the spot tomorrow. Okay, so here's how I built my canopy. Cut off a couple pieces of PVC pipe. I should give you guys measurements. Let's see if anybody asks for it. Otherwise, I'm gonna move on while I have daylight. The idea, which I have the wrong pieces right here, but the idea, is this right? No. Here I am, like not even facing. Okay, here's the idea. Make ourselves a little canopy, right? Exciting. Somehow it fits. It doesn't look like it fits right now, but I'm assuming I measured this properly and wasn't drunk. It's a tight assumption. Okay, as you see, we got our canopy put together. Now I'm going to feed the front ends through the grab handles, and the back ends I'm just going to zip tie. And at first I said I was not going to drive down there like this, but I think I'm going to do a test run on my way to work tomorrow. I have to come back to my house and grab the dog anyways. So I'll know if it sucks. I'll know if a lot of this stuff sucks, if I'm just going to get a hotel. It'd be hilarious if you watched this far and the conclusion is just get a hotel. Alright, so I had to put the cooler on its side to give myself a semi-flat space. That's pretty stupid, isn't it? I want to be taking a cooler with like nothing in it because it would spill out everywhere. But makes for a good footrest, so that's nice. Now let's go up here and see how I fed these through. So you can see, just fed that through there. I'm going to be bringing a ton of zip ties because they always come in handy. So I'm going to zip tie the back pieces up to those second handles. Okay, the canopy's in. It's literally just it took me two 10-foot half-inch PVC pieces. Cut them down at home. You can use a hacksaw. I got a PVC cutter. And then from there, just 4 little elbows. You got a canopy. Now, things I have not thought of yet, because I just planned this on the way home from work, and I don't have any time to really do any real engineering here. What am I going to use for curtains? Every blanket in the house? I don't know. Are there going to be gaps? Yes, probably. Do I want some creeping, peeping Tom staring at me while I sleep? No. So these are things I need to figure out, which I will do next. Now you know I'm a real camper. I got my unicorn flannel sheets. I got my with these cactus and tropicals flannel sheets. Yeah, again, the whole point of this is to try to do this on a budget. I'm only in it for $12 for the pad, which may not even be necessary, and probably $16, $20 on the PVC pipe. I already had the zip ties. So let me see how I can hook this little crazy canopy up. Okay, cozy comfort, right? We got our cactus flannels. It's looking pretty good on the back, and it's looking pretty good on the front, right? The only issue I have now are these two side windows. Well, actually, shit, maybe one too, because maybe that one over there too. This already looks like a stupid nightmare of a project. I might need to just keep iterating on how to hang this, and I'm probably gonna run out of camera battery before that ends. So I'll let you know. A lot of guys build, and gals, build essentially just cardboard cutouts here on the outside. You know what I mean? Just fit them in. But I'm not like an overland or anything like that. I'm literally just trying to piece this together last minute. So let's see what I learn, and you can learn from me. Canopy's gonna work. You just literally tuck the blankets up in there. I mean, you know, if you want to get mad crafty, you can like sew curtains essentially. But this is just a first shot. Let's maybe get better focused. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, so canopy actually works, which is cool. I literally just tucked blankets in front of those windows that I was having issues with. And when I get to the spot, I will just put a sheet over the back and a sheet over the front and hope for the best. I know my dog's been a pain in the ass. He doesn't camp, so like he's gonna be barking like crazy all night. So hopefully there's no wildlife or deer or anything. As I might have mentioned earlier, I bought myself this Coleman Silverton camp pad. There's directions right here. Yep. I've never had one before, but it's the kind that like self-inflates. So let me figure that out. And then what I wanted to do is get a low profile bed, bed in here because I'm tall. I'm 6'5". I'm gonna have a dog in here. I'm just really not trying to like be kissing the ceiling all night. So let me try to inflate this thing and see how it fits. Okay. So you guys can see this is not inflated yet. It takes about 5-10 minutes, what it said. I'm gonna inflate it before I go, but it's a nice fit. I'm gonna have to stay kind of hugged to one side just because of the cooler and the dog. So at this point, I better shut down. It's getting kind of late, and I really need to just get some supplies ready. So let's see what happens, boys and girls. Might need to bring some extra cash if I have a terrible first night's sleep in 40-degree weather.